YouTube, man, and we got a good one today. Welcome back to Cast Club Live. We're talking about Shedeur, man. They're still talking about Shedeur. A lot more stuff happened, and now the arena, man, they're calling it out. They're getting very real about his first year, all the struggles he dealt with this organization. That's even bleeding into this offseason, man. So let's get into it. Let's talk about it. Let's react and let's see. Did the Cleveland Browns treat Shedeur right, man? So let's jump into it.
I feel him, man. It bothered me. So I know it bothered his dad. He ain't my son. I'd be pissed off if it was my son. I mean, you a projected first round pick at one point, and then you go to the 144th pick, with no physical attribute problems. He's not 5'10". He don't got little bitty hands or some shit, you know what I'm saying? He don't got a lazy eye or something he can't see out of his front eye or whatever it is. He ain't got in no trouble off the field, but he just dropped. Is it his arm talent? It can't be his arm talent because he had 70%, he completed 70% of his passes as a junior with 27 touchdowns, 3 picks. Then he come back as a senior and complete 74% of his passes with 37 touchdowns, 10 picks. It can't be that. You know what I'm saying? Is he not a leader? We see he a leader. He done won everywhere he been. Then you just drop. I don't know. I just don't like it. I don't like how he was treated. He too confident, he too cocky. But when Baker do it, they love it. But when Shedeur do it, they don't like it. He fall 5 rounds. It's just bullshit. It's still bullshit to me. And if it was my son, I'd probably make it worse for him. I ain't gonna lie to you. Because I'd be saying all kind of shit and pulling all kind of cards if it was my son, you know what I'm saying? So I just like how he handled it. I like how Prime handled it. Because I'd be super pissed off.
And I completely agree with this, man. That draft process, and we've talked about it a million times, and I know I've done it on this channel. It was completely ridiculous how he dropped. He had no business dropping as far as he did. There definitely was some type of conspiracy against him. To try to order him, he was just not that good. And that terrible quarterback class, come on, bro. He did not deserve to go 5th round. Dillon Gabriel was not 2 rounds better than him. We just got to stop that. At a certain point, we just got to admit the truth. Dillon Gabriel went in the 3rd round. So let's be honest. If he's better than Dillon Gabriel, we've seen in the offseason for his first year, during the season, he took his spot and then started the rest of the year. He's at least a 3rd round quarterback, correct? So, what does that show? You know they conspired against him, bro. It was bullshit. He won the awards. He did all that. It's because of his father. It's because how maybe he interviewed. Maybe because of his style. They didn't like it. But it was something. To try to ignore that is completely fucking ridiculous. We just have to stop this. So I'm so right here with Akeem. I know people are going to throw out there the Dans on ESPN. Oh, what do you mean? Do you think there's something conspiring against him? You don't think they liked him? And this is when he's talking about when he was actually on the Browns team. And I was like, of course, dude. They wanted to bury him. They wanted multiple quarterbacks to be ahead of him so they never had a chance to, why would we pull this quarterback who's doing well for a 5th round quarterback? That's what they wanted to do. And guess what? Those quarterbacks didn't work out. Oh, shucks. How is that? How did anybody know about that? Nobody knew that these quarterbacks were not going to be good. So, this is completely bullshit. And then they're still trying to do the same thing with this fucking, what's his name? Whatever his name is, the quarterback they paid, Deshaun Watson, they paid $200 million to him. This dude hasn't been good in 5 or 6 years. Let it go. Let that shit go. It's a wrap. But let's jump back into it.
And at this point, my son may be streaming with Shiloh. Fuck it. Fuck everybody. You know what I'm saying? We gonna get the money a whole nother way. You know what I'm saying? So, I don't know. I commend them for how they handling it, and just keep handling it that way, man, because it just wasn't right, in my opinion. None of it was right.
What you think?
Oh, yeah, no, I agree 100% with Lee. Yeah, it pissed me off from afar. You know what I'm saying? It's not my son, but yeah, they just changed the C word that instead of cocky, they say, well, Baker's confident, right?
Right.
Yeah, they just switched those. But yeah, no, it's unfortunate, man, because it's supposed to be about your talent, right? It's supposed to be about the production that you have put on the field. And every step along the way, he's did that. Good kid, solid background, stayed out of trouble, did all the right things, said all the right things by every metric except the guys that's making the picks, which is unfortunate. But yeah, he has taken the high road that comes from his background, the way he was raised, his faith, his belief in himself, his belief in his ability, and never wavering. You can tell the confidence has been put in him through Prime, the way he approached his game, the way he approached his life. I think it rubbed off on the boys, especially in big moments, never waver. Mm-hmm. But yeah, no, I think, so, Leap, so me having a son that played and I'm saying that made it to his highest level, and me being who I was as a player, right? Loud, boisterous, didn't take no shit. People knew this, right? I knew I had to change how I approached the situation and people, right? People expected me to be in the gym watching them loud, cussing, and then something go wrong, they're expecting that from me, right?
Right.
I flipped it on them. Just sit there, cheer him on, ain't got shit to say to nobody.
Right.
Right? That's what they're expecting. Draft process, people saying this, he ain't ranked here, he this, they, like all these things. Hey, my message to him, head down, blinders on, you get his.
Is that a shot at Prime, though? Are you saying Prime was doing too much in media about his son and maybe he should took your approach? I don't know. I'm just trying to create a narrative here. So I'm just trying to create a narrative. That's all I'm trying to do, y'all. But no, I do totally agree. You definitely have to do that. You definitely have to take a step back and not show that type of energy. But I think Prime has done that. Like, I think he doesn't speak on them. Obviously, he had the right to, because like, you did do his son wrong, and any father's going to feel that. Like, hey, man, come on, bro. Like, you're doing my son wrong. I'm one of the best players that ever played this game. I should have carte blanche. I should just have a sense of pull around here. I don't cuss. I don't do drugs. I don't drink. I don't get into trouble. All I do is sometimes I'm flashy with the shit I wear. I don't put down people. I don't get into no off the field issues. But we still are getting affected. And that's the thing. And I do agree with him what he said is the Baker Mayfield thing. Because, yeah, Baker Mayfield was fucking cocky as fuck. Johnny Manziel was cocky as hell. I'm not saying that he was those type of players in college because they were monsters. And I think he was really good. I don't know if he hit that level, but he was really good. But, like, now to look at him like, oh, you're just cocky, and put that on him, you know what that is, bro. We know what that is. And I'm just glad he called it out because that actually is a really good point. So let me continue. And by the way, we're not gonna watch the whole video, guys. I'm trying to keep it concise. So I'm definitely gonna be skipping to if certain people over talk, skipping to the other person.
Good as you're gonna get is gonna take care of itself. Mm-hmm. That's what Prime is telling.
Yeah.
Head down, blinders on. You take care of your work, and everything else will take care.
And that's
of itself.
what he did last year,
right?
Yeah.
And the result was when he got the opportunity, he played well, and now he has an opportunity to come back to be the starter again, right? So the work has been done. Just keep believing in yourself and keep believing in your faith, and it's gonna work out for him. I'm almost positive.
Yeah, I agree with what both of them said. Shedeur goes to Colorado, and with the help of Travis Hunter and his dad, he completely turns around that football program. He leads them to their first winning season in 8 years, and you mentioned it. In the 2 seasons that he was there, he throws for over 70 touchdowns, or 7,300 yards, 64 touchdowns, and only 13 interceptions. And a lot of people had him as one of, if not the first quarterback taken in that draft. I know Mel Kiper, I know Skip were guys that thought he would be the first quarterback off the board, but the consensus was that he would be a first-round pick. Well, that didn't happen. Draft night rolls around, and as the rounds go by, and as the days go by, we start to see him falling more and more, and he ends up falling all the way to the 5th round. And not only did he fall to the 5th round, but he falls to the Cleveland Browns, who end up drafting him. And I've been in Cleveland before. It's an organization that does not do a good job of developing quarterbacks.
And that's a good point. I like Cody. Like, if I'm being honest with you guys, man, they did turn around that program. And I do see people being overly critical of Prime with Colorado. Like, oh, you should be killing. Like, bro, I took over the worst program in damn near D1 football. It's going to take some time here. I'm getting players, but they constantly trash them. They talk shit. Like, it didn't take a lot of these great college coaches to build great teams. This isn't the NFL where you're sifting through talent, through drafting. Maybe you in a situation where the owner wants to spend. Like, you have to go recruit these kids. You're going to have the NIL bag to come get these kids. Like, it's a lot that comes with it. And some of these southern schools, they have a lot of money, so you're not going to get the top players. Then you go out west to the West Coast, like the Oregon, they're gonna have that money, and then like they're just in the Big Ten, they're gonna have that money, and it's the Big Ten. So like to try to like put him down or talk shit and be like, oh, he hasn't done this. He's turning a program that was shit before that. I'm not saying those teams were good recently, and I'm not saying he hasn't dealt with health issues that made fucked up his chances, but like there's been overly critical. Number two, and I'll jump into Skip's point here, or the rest of Cody's spiel. Let's be fucking honest here, bro. Like, the Browns is the worst fucking organization to go to. They've been overly critical of Shedeur since he's got there. He had the worst offensive line there. He had the fucking no receivers. They treat him like shit. They throw him in there. No first team rest, or bare minimum. And then people are like, see, he sucks. Because his touchdown interception ratio was high, all this, da-da-da. It's like, damn, like, can we give this kid a chance? And he's a rookie. Can we give this kid a chance? Like, you give him the worst of the worst, and if he doesn't produce, look, he's bad. But Cam Ward just gets a total pass. Just a total pass on a terrible season. Terrible. Comparable situations, and Shedeur beat him. He beat Aaron Rodgers. He beat people. He beat Joe Burrow. Was he playing? Was Joe Burrow back? I don't know. Maybe. I'm pretty sure he was. But whatever. He did beat those people. Give this man a chance. Like, to the organization, man, he's really precise. I think he's good. He needs belief from you guys. So every time he's trying to like establish himself as a starter, I'm not saying competition doesn't breed a player to be better. But come on, y'all. When I'm hearing one of the better reporters, Mary Jo, or the organization talking about Deshaun Watson, I'm like, Deshaun Watson? What else do I have to show you guys? Just believe in me in the offseason. He said that shit last year. That's all we're asking. So let's jump back. My bad, y'all. I got into a passionate rant. I'm just saying.
From watching film and being ready to go in those meetings, I don't see that.
He got NFL OCs with him. Like, he not, come on, man. Like, what are we talking about?
Yeah.
I feel like it still ain't a clear cut why.
But you know why.
I do know why.
You do know why.
I do know why.
Deep down, you know.
Yeah.
And I know, and Kenyon knows, and Cody deep down knows what happened. And I said it on Saturday night during that draft. I did a video because I've never been more outraged over any draft development ever. Most outrageous slide in draft history was what the NFL did to Shedeur Sanders to punish him and his father, to teach them a lesson, to put them in their place. That's what happened. And yes, my friend Mel Kiper had him ranked above Cam Ward. Mm-hmm. And yes, I said Tennessee should say, thank you, God, we got Shedeur.
Yep.
Natural-born leader, has a natural-born feel for playing the position. If you watched him at Colorado, and I know you did, deadly accurate, moves better than he gets credit for. There are lots of 3rd and 4s where they call read options and let him keep it for the first down. And clutch as they come. He made some big late throws. That night against Baylor, he made back-to-back late touchdown throws where I'm like, God, what's the problem? Well, so he owned whatever it was, 3 or 4 exotic cars, and he made the most money in the history of college football his last year at Colorado. And the NFL is, and they got DJs in the locker room, pregame, halftime. And the NFL is saying, we don't do it that way, Deion. They're saying it as much to the father as to the son.
A lot to do with it.
Yeah, we don't do it up here this way. Franchise quarterbacks don't act that way. We don't need to be tapping our watch during games unless you're winning the national championship. And they got way better than they were, but they didn't win any chips. They didn't win anything, so I give you that. Mm-hmm. But they just wanted to say to Shedeur, and Deion said, what if he did come into a session with his headphones? I don't know, how many kids, I see lots of kids walking around with their headphones on. Is that going to knock you down to the 5th round?
Exactly.
That might be like a generation.
Come on, man. I mean,
And I completely agree with that. Like, now, do I agree, like, DJs and all that locker room, cool. Because even reports of former past players coming at prime, saying it wasn't professional, I couldn't grow there, which was lame as fuck to me. I thought that shit was extremely lame to do. If you understand the landscape of being a black coach, just whatever. I'm not saying they're above criticism, but, like, bashing them after you left, just leave in grace. There's no point of doing that. That shit, I hated that. And then when there was one player that was like, I was in an elevator with him, and I said, "What's up?" He didn't say anything to me. I heard multiple Alabama players say the same thing about Nick Saban, and nobody blows that out of proportion. He'd be like, "I don't need you." Wouldn't talk to him, none of that. Soon as Prime does it, oh my God, look at him. He thinks he's better. That's the shit I'm talking about. Overly critical for the same behavior. Now, do I agree Shedeur maybe can mature? Of fucking course. But what 21-year-old quarterback coming into the NFL doesn't? That's my issue. They all need to mature. Cam Ward needed to mature. The dude from the Giants needed to mature. Like, come on, y'all. There's players that get multiple chances within the NFL that we see that do a lot of bullshit. But for some reason, Shedeur gets hated the most. They're looking for him to mess up. That's all I'm saying. Does he need to mature? Yes. Should have been a reason to knock him down in the 5th round? No. And in the headphone thing, just come on, bro. Just come on. We got to just stop.
Come
Seriously.
on, bro. It's way worse shit going on.
Well, it sounded like they're saying he walked into there and kept the headphones.
No.
Nah, they say they had him around his neck or something.
Okay, all right. Okay.
Whatever it was. Like, come on, bro. Like,
Come on. And was he, did he come across as entitled? No, he was, I'll give you this. He was extremely confident in who he was. And it came across to some teams that he was interviewing with where he was just trying to be honest with them. You're not going to get me. He told a couple teams, I'm not going to be there for you. I'm going to go above you. Because he should have, and he thought he was. Okay? Should that damn him to the 5th round? What quarterback is it?
It's a little off-putting.
Okay, but you got to.
But we don't even know
what he's being told.
But we don't even know if that's what he said, though. Like, I ain't seen one person come out.
But if you're not taking me seriously,
but if
and
a
you're
team
like,
got 29 and you've been told that you ain't gonna make it past 15.
No.
Like that's like
past 5.
But that's like my pre-draft thing, right?
Yeah.
There were teams coming in trying to look at me. I'm like, what pick you got? Like, I ain't gonna be there, bro.
That's
Look,
right.
I'm not gonna be there when you pick.
You've been in that situation.
I'm not gonna be there when you
And
pick.
I hear what you're saying, but you also don't know if this team might trade up to go get you.
Yeah, but
so
still,
you got to treat everything like they have a high draft.
That's on you then, but we not finna play that game. You got motherfucking 17, and they said I'm top 5. Everybody consensus pick, I'm top 5. We not finna play that game.
Yeah, but you could all, but to that point though, is if they are 17, maybe they have draft capital to move up and come get you if you're still on the board at.
Yeah, what if they got a
7 or
quarterback
8?
though?
Well, they got.
Now, I do agree. That is very off-putting. Yeah, if you did tell me that's some off-putting shit, because that shit will travel around the league. I know basketball and football are different, because I definitely hear that in basketball a lot. Like, I'm not going to work out for him. I'm not going to be there. Football is more of a team sport, so I do understand that point. But I've heard of a lot of people in football do that also. I'm just being real. I'm still got picked high. If I'm being honest, I heard the same thing. So, like, again, same behavior, different consequences. Come on. Because I've heard that a lot from a lot of different, I ain't going to call y'all out, but I've heard that from a lot of different people. Basketball, it's a lot more prevalent, if we're being honest. But, yeah, it's not like this is such a crazy thing that he did. Like, this is very normal.
So you got a quarterback. What are you coming here prying at me for?
Well, but in the NFL, guys are going to move over, right? You're going to have coordinators go from one place to be a head coach. So you don't know, maybe not right in this situation, but in the future, if it doesn't work out at the first place, you had a great interview earlier on in your career with this offensive coordinator. He now has a head coaching job. Hey, go get me Kenyon. Go get me Shedeur. Go get me one of these guys because of our relationship from before.
I get that. You don't want to piss people off because you want to stay ahead of it. But
what I do know is that these 32 teams passed on him 4 times for him to get to the 4th. Obviously, it must have been off-putting enough for every team in the NFL to be like, nah. Even though this kid threw for 7,000 yards in senior year.
You don't like me saying this, but I just remind you, Tom Brady's Raiders passed 6 times. They had 6 shots. And Tom was his mentor, his guide through high school, his teacher. And I'm like, come on, man. At least take a shot in the 3rd round or give him a break.
Like when I heard the headphones thing, I was like, they act like he was in the meeting with them, got him on, they asked him a question. Him like, he got the music on, he take it off like, honey, what you saying?
Bro, it ain't.
No.
That's my point. We still don't got. Do we got a team who came out and said, well, he interviewed with us and said we ain't gonna be there? Like, I must have missed that article. We don't got nobody saying it's all this. Well, maybe he did this, and maybe that's bullshit because we know where he come from. We know Prime gonna make sure. Hey, all right, I lived my whole life to get drafted in the NFL. I'm gonna go in that bitch with some headphones on, like, bitch, I'm already made it. Like, no, we just not gonna do that. His daddy ain't come from that.
No,
he
I
don't
agree.
come from that shit, bro.
I agree.
So it's bullshit, bro. It's bigger than some.
And yeah, I totally agree, man, with the conversation. But yeah, that's another good point. Leave, I agree. If we want to discuss the headphone topic, I don't think he does come from that. We can say what we want about Deion. He was crazy back in the day. What 21-year-old football player isn't? But like, I don't see that with Shedeur's character where he's walking in. I ain't hearing none of what y'all talking about. He's always been respectful. Every time you see him in the media or here, he's always been very respectful. He's a man of faith. So like, I don't know. Like, see what it irks me so much because he really doesn't have any off the field issues. I don't want anything to come after I make this video saying that, but he doesn't. There's so many players that have so many big off the field issues, and they cover that shit up. But they emphasize any small thing to the highest degree for him. This dude walks like a Christian. He talks. All he says is Jesus got me. And then I remember they tried to kill him because they constantly kept asking him the questions. This is when an organization needs to protect the player. And he mimed some answers. Like, he just mouthed the answers. He wasn't talking out loud. Cool. If that's an immature moment, cool. But if that is my only scandal, damn, man. Can I live? Can I be a player? That's all I'm saying, y'all. That's literally all I'm saying. All the rest of the shit is just bullshit. If that's what I'm getting killed on, there's people doing way worse shit in the NFL. Let's not, if we want to talk about it, it's people getting in trouble for SA, domestic violence, a lot of shit. Trying to emphasize this is crazy, bro. We just have to stop.
Down with him and hear, how do you coach him? These guys are old school and they do it the way they do it, and they don't want Deion to be involved in it. Your thoughts on that?
I feel that. I mean, it is what it is. It's your show.
Yeah.
You could choose to reach out to Prime if you want to. If you don't, then ain't no wrong with that. So I don't have no problem with that. It's once you get there, you there. I don't have no problem with it. I got a problem with just of someone's personality. No, we're not doing that. Like, that's bullshit. Because Jackson Dart carry himself a certain way.
He does.
You know what I'm saying? He on the answering the call, hey, good night, my nigga. Don't start like, bruh. And it's, well, we got a real quarterback, not like, bruh. Like, you on social media saying my nigga. And it's okay because all your black homies probably let you say it because you carry yourself a certain way. You know what I'm saying? It's cool. Like, bro, wait, nigga, Jackson Dart, that's how he talk to us. I got little white homies from my neighborhood who they say nigga. And it's cool. And you was outside where you got your ass shot. And hey, you done earned the right. Yeah. You good with us, fam. Yeah. And it's cool, but you carry yourself like Shedeur, but it's not frowned upon when you do it. That's my only, that's what I don't like. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So,
by the way, for the record, just for me, it ain't cool.
Yeah. I don't think Jackson, no.
So did other coaches, did they call Nick Saban? Did they call Brian Kelly when they had their quarterback? Did they call these other coaches and have a conversation with them before? That's my thing.
Yeah, and
so he said, eliminate the dad part.
Right.
How about call the coach, right? Mm-hmm. The coach part of it. He coached him more than anybody.
Yeah, and I don't agree with the Keith there. I mean, that's definitely taken away from football. But I mean, you're calling the coach. I mean, it's his son, so it's like it's hard to get a read. You can call assistant coaches. I don't know, maybe scouts, maybe people around there, maybe people within the conference about him. But you're just not going to get anything good. His dad's going to talk well, but probably everybody else is not. There's a resentment, there's a hatred towards him. And that's kind of just been my thing with it. I'm going to watch probably like a minute left of this and I'm going to cut it off. But yeah, man, like there's no way we can. And again, I agree with Talib on this, right? Yes, the same behavior has different consequences, like I've been saying. So I definitely agree with that point. But yeah, like I don't know. Jackson Dart, to me, has a lot of character flaws that we've seen with the concussions, not taking ownership of that, joking around about that. Same thing with Scatterboo. They both have that weird thing. Him hollering at Justin Herbert's girlfriend saying, that's my crush, even though you're about to play. Like, there's been a lot of different shit like that. If Shedeur would have done any of that, that would have blew the... He look at him. He's not professional. Look at it. Like, so, like, we know what it is. We just have to just stop doing that and... Well, come on, y'all. But I'm going to watch a minute left of this and I'm going to turn it off.
up to the point that we got to the NFL. He's had him under center more than any coach he's had in his life.
He coached him his whole life.
So that's what I mean.
So going to reach out to Indiana coach?
I don't know. He could.
Is he going to reach out to him just to ask him some questions and how he taught this, how he learned this?
Yeah, how does he learn this set? How does he learn?
They probably did all that through the pre-draft process as they were studying.
So why is it different when it's prime?
So that's the point I'm
getting to. He carry himself a certain way.
That's the point I'm getting to, right? He might or he might not reach out to, but why not? Because it's prime, right? Yeah. Because you think he's this overly proud, overly zealous dad that's gonna give you his input when it ain't warranted. Like, no, he coached him. He's not giving you advice on how to treat him. He asking on how to coach him, right? On what the things that make him tick, what the things that we need to, what does he do well? What are things that we probably need to work on even further that we didn't see on film last year in the 7 games that he started? Right? This is a new situation for everybody. So help me so we can help him get the best out of him, right? That's what so for you to call, great. For you not to call, I think it's your decision ultimately.
Right.
But
why not?
I don't think it could hurt the situation.
And I completely agree, man. And I'm just going to stop it here. Again, I agree that with this, maybe that's a good question, and I actually kind of like that because I threw off my perspective. How do you coach him? What triggers him? How do you get the best out of him? If you have not called prime to at least get that, that's how I know something's up. Because if you're gonna have a quarterback and you're trying to find a quarterback in the future, and you don't call his college coach to even ask those questions, or maybe people around or the college organization, whatever, it's weird, and it shows how they felt about him. But let me know in the comments, man. Let me know what you think. Let me know what you think, man. Let me know if you think, should the Cleveland Browns start him this year? Should they go with Deshaun? Have they treated him fairly? Has the NFL treated him fairly, man? Do they hate Prime? All that, man. Like, comment, subscribe. Let me know. The 2 videos popping up on here. Check those out. I love doing these videos. I love doing this with y'all. Hype up the videos. Show support, man. That's all I'm looking for, man. I'm trying to grow a community here. But this is Cash Club Reacts, and I'm out. Peace.